finances for me, at least being in college, the major things I have to consider is like travel. I'm from the Midwest, and we're out here at USC, so the biggest thing that I always worry about is like getting home and back, and I just really want to see my family.
I'm feeling okay about my finances. I wish I had more so I could buy more gifts for other people. But I think because it's not as much as I would like it to be, it's going to just limit how many gifts I can get for like friends and family.
I'm not from California, so the prices rise products in California, and then I can't buy things from here. This time I didn't plan on going back home, so I didn't go home because of the prices of the airplane tickets and everything like that.
My finances right now, they're looking a little rough because I have a really big family. We all try to make sure to get each other presents, and going into graduation and starting to prep for all that, and how many finances that are like accustomed to like the purchases of just graduation, and then looking at my credit card and making sure I'm getting everyone a present.
So yeah, I'm sure travel was hard enough on these young folks, especially here in California. California is relentless when it comes to pricing. And these students already own debts up to like close to like 40 grand that they own. And most of them are working just part-time jobs wherever they can pick up jobs. And yeah, it must be a burden on these young kids to try to buy things for their families and friends on the holidays. You know what I say? I say, screw family and friends. I say, you got to work on yourself, because the future, your future, is not seeing any favors for you in your future. Not like it was for me growing up. See, when I grew up, we had an easier future to look forward to. It was a abundance of jobs and money creation, and the thought of making money was like limitless. Today, with all the bull that goes on in our government wanting to put regulations on all of you people to where you can't even open up a business for yourself without more and more regulations being put on you, especially here in California, I say, yeah, I know, I can understand how hard it was on these folks to regulate their money, their income, to buy people presents. And I know a lot of young folks, they want to buy these presents, but you know what? You got to look for yourself. You got to take care of yourself, because days ahead of you are going to be harder and harder and harder, especially when you get out of college. When you get out of college, it's not going to be kumquats and frosting up on milkshakes and whatever you guys want. It's going to be the devil. It's going to be so hard on most of you to make ends meet. You got to think about yourself and screw people in the holidays.
Terrified because I'm going to graduate in a couple months and then enter the real world, and I don't really know how I'm going to handle affording all that. And I always tell my friends I might not even end up living in California because the housing prices are so insane.
And she's right. California housing is so insane. Oh my God, it's unbelievably insane. When I bought my home, I bought during the Obama crash, and I waited until the lowest of the lowest of real estate could ever get at. I got like, my interest is only like 3.25% or something like that. I mean, I bought it at market ends when it was just like, it couldn't get any lower, is when I bought my property. And that was what, almost 15 years ago. But today, you guys are looking at 8, 9, 10% in some cases. And as a matter of fact, I talked to a couple that they bought just about 2 years ago, and they had to pay 12%. This is crazy. You can't afford a house. And when the market crashes again, when they paid that 12%, the market's going to crash, the property's going to crash, and they're going to actually owe more on their loan than what that property is worth. And that's a shame, because then they're going to let the house go. They're going to have to file bankruptcy. The bank's going to take it back, and the bank's going to take a huge loss on that house. So Yeah, it's not just the party that bought the house, but it's the bank too, because they're going to take a huge loss on it. Now, I don't claim to be in real estate. I did dabble in real estate when I was younger, in my 20s, but I got out of it as quick as I went into it because I realized that it wasn't for me, and I didn't want to deal with people. So I got out of it and I took my business to a different level. But yeah, some people like it and some people make good, and you could make a lot of money off real estate. But to buy a house today, man, don't do it, because you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money, and you could never get that money back. Never.
Homeownership here is ridiculously expensive. My priority right now is to focus on paying off my college.
I've already started saving for a house, but it'll probably be a long time before I'm able to buy a house in California just because it's so expensive.
I'm not too concerned about it because I'm planning on moving out of California after graduation, so my hope is to find an area that the real estate prices are a little bit lower and it's a bit easier for me to afford a house.
I'm not concerned really at all. I feel I'll come out of this program ready for a good job, make some good money, especially coming from USC. A lot of my graduate friends from this program have made good money, and I'm really not too worried about it.